Hello everyone and welcome back to another Doctor Who action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at one of the brand new B&M The Keys of Marinus sets. First taking a look at the packaging. The front of the box is what we've come to expect. There's the gold limited edition sticker and the title of the set with a window displaying the figures. You can also see the accessories to the sides. Last year with one of the unit sets, one of the guns were hidden to the side so you couldn't really see it, so you're a bit confused whether I think it was Yates would have a gun or not. The Ford are also in slight poses, which is quite nice. I wasn't really expecting that, so that's kind of cool. It's kind of like the Ace set last year. At the back we get pictures of the figures like last few times, but what's new is that we have a write-up on the episode, which is quite nice. And instead of the really boring whites and kind of greyish background that we come to expect the last couple of years, they've actually made some episode dioramas like we've seen with the TARDIS and History of the Dalek sets, which is really nice, and it makes for a really nice display piece for the figures. First, taking a look at the Ian figure, and when I first saw this figure in the promo images, I thought it really wasn't the greatest likeness, but people said it's a lot better in hand, and now I actually have it in hand, I don't see what they're on about. I do not see any likeness from all angles. It just looks nothing like William Russell. The hair has been given a slight whitewash, which works really well and adds a bit more to the figure than just black hair, which is nice. The tie has been painted in several colours, but there is slight paint bleed on mine to the side, which, well, you can only notice it from if you look close enough. There are several pockets and buttons along the figure, which is quite nice, and they've done them up. At the back there's creases because they use the Harry Saxon body because apparently they've got no other suited moulds to do. Oh well. The cuffs have been painted right, which is a nice inclusion. I'm not sure from memory if Harold Saxon had those, but it's quite nice either way, and it adds a bit more colour than just a black and grey suit. There are rings on his hands, which is a bit odd because I don't recall him having them, but they've included them anyway, probably because Harold Saxon had it. Oh well. The trousers are a bit dull, really, with a few creases along the sides. The shoes are the very pointy ones, which have been painted black, and yeah, there's some creases at the top. It's nothing too special, so overall a pretty underwhelming figure, and unfortunately didn't live up to my expectations. The articulation on the Ian figure is very basic. The head probably could do the full 360, but it is hindered slightly and it's new, so it will be quite stiff. The shoulder can do the full 360 with a swivel at the bicep, bend at the elbow, as well as 360 at the wrists. The waist can also do 360, the legs kicking out to the sides, kicking out and bending at the knee. There is no shoe articulation as it's all one piece, so overall pretty standard for Ian. The Vord, on the other hand, are great. I love how they've made them different to have a bit more variation. As you can see, there's the kind of circular antenna with it going through the middle, and the triangle one, which looks really nice. Unfortunately, the triangle one has a weird arm, so it kind of goes to the side for me, but oh well. And there's sort of holes at the side, which the actors would have used to here, which makes it a lot more screen accurate, which I'm not usually fussed about, but it's a nice inclusion. There's also a dot on one of the Vord's necks, whereas the other has two on its sort of belt. They have straps along the side to support the pouch, and it loops around the back. Also holds their knives, which is nice, and they can also hold it, although it's a bit annoying, you kind of have to slot it from underneath the hand, then put it up so it kind of supports it. It's a bit annoying, but you can have it in all sorts of poses, which is quite nice. The hands are also webbed, which I really like. It looks so good. It's a really nice feature. The legs are just black, whereas the feet are sort of the scuba diving style, which looks really good. And overall, I just really like these figures. They're pretty simple, but they're very effective. As for the board, there is a lot more articulation present. The head can actually do the full 360, as it's not hindered by a collar or anything. The arms are on a ball joint, so they can come out to the sides, bend at the elbow, as well as 360 at the biceps. The hands can also go at 360 degrees with a full 360 at the wrist too. Legs can kick out to the side so it can do the splits if you want to display it like that for whatever reason. Bend at the knee and can also kick out forwards, and as the new foot piece is a separate bit, it can also do the full 360. So there's a lot more articulation on the Vord figures than Ian. Overall, this is a pretty good set. I may not think Ian's the greatest, but if you do, good for you. And then the Vord are brilliant too, so I'd highly recommend it. They've reached quite a few B&Ms now. I imagine they're probably going to be in more by the time I record this on the weekend. So get looking, I suppose, if you like them. You never know. There could be Doctor Who stuff. So thank you very much for watching this review. Like it if you did, dislike it if you didn't. I suppose that's what it's there for. Subscribe if you really liked it, and leave a comment telling me how your B&M trips are going or have gone. Bye.